I'm Dale Smith for Looney Politics, and the election is over. With 157 seats, the Liberals have a fairly strong minority, and that gives the Prime Minister room to maneuver. That means that he doesn't need to have a formal coalition or partnership or arrangement with any of the other parties, and that gives him flexibility to come up with deals on an issue-by-issue basis. We're already seeing a little hint of that in terms of what he's said so far, both with the fact that he is insisting the Trans Mountain Pipeline is going ahead, and we do know that pipe is going in the ground in the next couple of weeks. But he's also signaled something from both the right and the left sides of the election, in that he's going to focus on the two priorities of affordability, which is kind of reaching out to the conservative message, and climate change, which is also on the NDP and Green sides. So that gives him some room to maneuver, and we'll see how he deals with that in the weeks to come. The other thing to remember is that with a strong minority like this, we are bound to see a little more stability, at least for the next couple of years. The Bloc have indicated that they are more likely to support the Liberals than not on most items. And we should also remember that most of the opposition parties are going to find themselves in some kind of a leadership challenge position before too long. Both the Conservatives and the NDP will have some kind of a leadership review in the next 6 months, and that could mean that they may find themselves in a leadership contest after that, and that would inevitably force a bit of more stability on Parliament during that period. As you know, recent history has shown that these leadership contests can go on for at least a year, and they would want time to introduce their leader to Canadians afterward, so they would be less likely to try and bring the government down during that time. The other really interesting part of Monday's results is the fact that the Liberals got no seats in Alberta or Saskatchewan, which will make forming a cabinet that is regionally representative much more difficult. Normally, when this has happened in the past, a prime minister would be able to tap someone from the Senate to fill a cabinet role, but with Justin Trudeau having cast his senators out into the wilderness, that leaves him with fewer options. He could still choose one of his independent senators to try and fill that role. It would mean a little more creativity in how they try and sell the message, but it does limit his options more than they likely should be. We'll see what kind of creative solution he comes up with in the next few weeks, but it's likely to be part of why he's going to need to take longer to come up with his new cabinet than he did in the previous, after the previous election. For Looney Politics, I'm Dale Smith.